Hey everyone, thought I'd give you my thoughts on the new very popular MMO Guild Wars 2. Actually went out and bought the hard copy for this one. Now, I should warn you guys before I come into this review, I have not been a fan of most MMOs. I know Warcraft has been like the go-to MMO for the last, I don't know, 5, 6 years, and I never really got into it. I thought that it was annoyed with the pay per month model which they've been doing. I know it's been successful, but for the players, that's really painful, and for the people who play it a lot, that's in just like a year. That's a lot of money to pump into it. So, never like that. The Old Republic came out a little while ago. I played that one at my friend's houses, and I didn't really get into that one either. But here I am, playing one of the most popular ones pretty much in the last, 3 years. And I really like it. I got it because I heard from Angry Joe that it was, a legendary game, 10 out of 10. I looked up a lot of other reviews. They all had very highly positive reviews, so I went out and bought it and took a look at it. I've been really liking it. It's a very well-balanced game. The design is very, very good. That being said, there are a few little quirks I have with it. First off, the races. You basically play as, like, a human, a different kind of human, which is, I think it's like a Nord. It's like they're a lot bigger, kind of like barbarian people. You play as plant creatures, which I think are supposed to be kind of like elves. I don't know. I never played the first Guild Wars. You play as these big, like, I don't even know what to call them. They remind me of, like, minotaurs. They're, they're animals, but they are intelligent, like, human-like, if that makes any sense. And you play as these bizarre, like, midget creatures. I don't even know what to begin with them. And looking at that, really, you're only going to go with 2, maybe 3 races. Well, midgets are kind of weird, and I don't want to play as them. And again, this is a lot of my personal opinion. I know some of my friends have played them, and they like them, but whatever. Yeah, so there's that. I don't really think that the plant creatures are all that cool. I tried playing around as one, and it was kind of weird. They're very interesting characters. I mean, they have a very unique design, but I don't know. Not something I really got into. So I've been playing mostly as humans. I mean, it's kind of standard, but can't go wrong with that. And another thing is the character classes. I think they're called professions in this one. I've played with, I think, 5 of them right now. I've got a level 10 Thief, a level 10 Elementalist, which is like a mage, and a level 10 Guardian, which I think is kind of close to a Paladin for other, like, similar to other RPG-style Paladins. I played around as a Warrior for a little bit, didn't like that too much. Played around as a Mesmer for like 5 minutes, and that was, it was okay. But by far the most success I've had with the game is with my Guardian. Because he's a heavy armored guy, wields a great sword, and has a lot of, like, protection against damage things with his abilities. And I really like him, and I've also died far, far less than I have with my Thief or my Elementalist, which makes me think that there's a little bit of balancing issues in the beginning. I mean, I know that they're supposed to be, lightly armored characters. Well, the Elementalist has light armor, the Thief has medium armor, the Guardian has heavy, but I still think that you die a lot on the lower classes. So that's annoying, but other than that, the game is really good. The ability systems work really well, because I haven't played with one where there's like a mana, like you have a set amount of power which you use, and each thing takes down a little bit. Most of the abilities are on a recharge time. Where like with the Guardian, he has one where he swings his giant greatsword around in a big circle and shoots off little blades, and that uh, very good move, very powerful, and that's got like I think it's like a 15-second recharge, so it's not all that much. You can use that several times, whereas other ones, which are like the epic heroic traits, have like a minute and a half recharge rates, which is it's unique. I like it. It seems very different compared to what most other RPGs do with the mana system, but I'm liking it. So that's good. Another thing which I do like a lot is how the game works with abilities. Instead of having this long set of abilities for your character, you have 5 at most per your weapon combination. When you use a two-handed sword, you get 5 weapon slot or 5. You get 5 skills to do, and those are set for every greatsword. You get 5 for every two-handed weapon slot. But the way they do dual wielding is actually pretty cool too. I'm playing right now where I have a sword and a shield. The sword has 3 attack, 3 item, or I don't know what it's called, skills. I guess that's the right term. You have your basic attack, and you have 2 others. And what you use in the offhand changes for slots 4 and 5. When you use a shield, you get some. You get, if you put in a torch, you get others. A focus, others. It works really well because instead of having the same abilities as you would with a greatsword versus a sword and shield combo, you have things which make more sense for the character, which is pretty cool. And for the Elementalist, or not the Elementalist, for the Guardian and the Thief, at level 7 you unlock the ability to switch between 2 weapon sets, which helps a lot. As I said, that's why I've been using the greatsword and the sword and shield combo. You press a button and you switch to the other sets, and it gives you a whole new tactical idea. Now with the Elementalist, you don't get that switch, but instead you get 4 Elementalist specializations: fire, water, air, which includes lightning, and earth. So when you switch to one of these 4, your attacks get a certain bonus based on the specialization that you have. Where fire deals a lot of damage, water will heal you or protect you. Air grants you swiftness, so you move around the battlefield a lot more. And if you go the earth, you get protection from damage. So all in all, I think the character classes are pretty well balanced for each class having that. Like, there's not one specific role which you totally outbalance all the other classes with. Like, no matter what weapon set you use, you're going to be pretty much equally viable on the battlefield. I've gone into a few of the world events, which are really cool ideas. Instead of having this, boss challenge which you can do, when you're walking around, you can find a certain event, and it will call you to that direction. You walk over there, and it's like, kill the giant queen bee. And you and like 5 others or 6 others or up to like 20, 30, 40 will all be attacking this one creature. And whereas most systems would have it so that when only the person who kills it, who gets the final blow to it, would get the loot, every single person gets their own loot, which is another great addition to the system. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, the quests. So, I think the quest system is actually pretty enjoyable, whereas most other MMOs, from what I've heard, it's like, go collect 5 kobold heads or something like that. You have to go and, sit on and, like, whack kobolds until you get, a certain number of heads. With this one, you have multiple ways at getting your quest completed. For example, there's, like, a centaur attack. You can either go defeat the centaurs directly, you can go destroy their weapon racks, or you can go and assist fallen seraph, like the police force in the game. And no matter what you do with this, it'll incrementally fill up your quest bar until you get to a certain point, and then you beat the quest. Also, you don't need to go and talk to person X to unlock their quest. When you walk into the area, you're already given the quest, which I think is a very good system. It helps cut out the middleman. as Yahtzee says. So that helps with the quest system a lot. Leveling is a little bit slow at the beginning, in my opinion. I know you can get up to, I think, like level 80, and I know a lot of my friends are there. I haven't been. I've been trying to pick a class, and I think I'm going to Sigma my Guardian and level him up and see how that goes. I've not yet participated in PvP or World vs. World, which are both very cool additions. And also, when you start your character, you can right away go and jump into any PvP. It'll automatically level up your weapons, skills, equipment, all that to level 80. So if a total noob, like myself, wants to play with my friends who are level 80, I don't need to worry about the unfair advantage that they normally have. Excuse me. I just think it's a great game, and for those who like MMOs, particularly World of Warcraft and EverQuest, definitely take a look at it. I've been having a lot of fun with it, and if it can convince me, it could definitely convince you. But one of the best things about it, and it even says so on the back of the box, no subscription fees, and that is amazingly useful to me. Because that way you don't have to be spending, $5, $10, $15 per month just to play the game. And I mean, I bought this new. It's already $60. I don't want to be spending even more for that. So, yeah, World of Warcraft players, you really don't know what you're missing out on until you play this game. I'll be playing it for a while. I've heard that it's got, massive amounts of replayability. I'm not sure if I have the patience to do that, but I'm definitely going to be playing this for a while, and I'm more than happy with my purchase. Thank you.